Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy, Sports and Fitness Rants? I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history. And in this video, I want to talk about this clown, James Harden, man. Because James Harden, if you guys did not know, I believe last night, passed Ray Allen for number 2 on the all-time three-point makes list. And no one cares. Does anybody care? I mean, James Harden thinks we care about this. The way that he was talking in this article I read, you know, as this is like some kind of major accomplishment for him, it means literally nothing. You're number 2 on the all-time three-point makes list. You passed Ray Allen. Good for you. This literally means nothing, man. And we're going to talk about this video because James Harden, to me, is probably one of the most over-celebrated athletes of the past decade as far as NBA goes. This man is celebrated for mediocrity, man, even more so than LeBron James is, man. And we're going to talk about in this video, James Harden becoming number 2 on the all-time three-point makes list and how this means absolutely nothing for James Harden's career, man. And we're going to talk about some of the things that he said in this article that I read. And once again, the delusional mind of some of these guys, like a James Harden, man. These guys, they don't understand. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states that's been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, you guys know I'm truly humbled by all the support, man. Shout out to everyone out there that's been supporting my channel, sending me emails, messaging me, you know, commenting, liking my videos. Thank you to all you guys out there, man. The true basketball fans, man. Much respect to all you guys. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I wanted to talk about James Harden and this, you know, he became he passed Ray Allen last night for, you know, second all-time on the three-point makes list. And like I said, no one cares. No one cares about James Harden passing Ray Allen to be number 2 on the three-point makes list. Number 1, I would never put James Harden above Ray Allen. I don't think James Harden's a better overall player or greater overall player than Ray Allen was. I do not believe so. And I do not believe that James Harden's a greater shooter than Ray Allen. I don't even think it's close as far as Ray Allen's shooting prowess and James Harden's. I do not think it's close, guys. I don't care how many three-pointers James Harden has made in his career. This man has played in this soft fluff era where this guy's been able to manipulate these rules. He's able to carry the ball, travel all over the place. He's been able to do all this nonsense, you know, flop around and, you know, draw foul calls at an alarming rate. Not impressed with James Harden's career at all. And when we talk about the three-pointers made in your career, once again, in this three-point happy era that we're living in, or that we're witnessing, is anybody impressed with these guys passing up some of the other generation or the other era players? I shouldn't see anyone from the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s on these lists. None of these guys should be top 20 anymore. And they're not going to be top 20, top 30, top 40. All you're going to see now is all these new era players pass these guys up on this kind of a list. Because these guys are chucking up 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 threes a game. So obviously you're going to make some of these threes. And when we talk about James Harden and we talk about Ray Allen and him passing Ray Allen on the list, it took James Harden what? Like, I don't even know how many more shots to pass Ray Allen. It took him like 700 more shots to pass Ray Allen, or whatever the amount of shots he's taken more than Ray Allen, a lot of more shots than Ray Allen, to pass Ray Allen up on this list. But more importantly, guys, what we must focus on here is James Harden and the amount of shots he takes versus the amount of shots he makes versus James Harden in the regular season versus James Harden in the postseason, man. Because this is the glaring red flag, and this is the glaring, black eye, so to speak, on James Harden's career. This man is a career. He's just criminally terrible in the postseason. This man is one of the biggest chokers in the postseason in NBA's history, guys. And especially over the last 10 years, I think that we can all say that James Harden might be the greatest choker of his era, of the 2010s. Remember, they have James Harden as the all-decade team for the 2010s. They had James Harden as the greatest shooting guard of that era, the 2010s. James Harden was voted on the all-decade team some years ago. So if we think about that and we think about him as the greatest shooting guard, let's say, of the era, once again, this exposes this weak era. James Harden's the greatest shooting guard of this era. He's a career postseason choker. The dude never shows up when you need him the most. And like I said, he chucks up a lot of shots. So James Harden has passed Ray Allen on this list. Once again, like I said, I'm not impressed. But let's think about the numbers now here behind James Harden's rise on this list. James Harden, I believe, is a career 36% shooter from the three-point range. Career 36%. Is that impressive? No, it's not impressive, especially for this era. That might be impressive if James Harden played in the 80s or the 90s, maybe even the 2000s, and that was what your career three-point percentage was. That might be impressive. That might be pretty damn good. But when you're playing in this weak era, the 2010s, now into the 2020s, your 36% three-point percentage for your career is not impressive at all. And when we take it a step further and we think about James Harden in the postseason, it gets even worse. It goes down to, I believe, 34% in the postseason. So basically confirming what I've been telling you, that James Harden is a career choker in the postseason. When the postseason comes, when the games get tougher, when the pressure rises, James Harden chokes it up. He doesn't show up. He's not the same version of himself or a better version of himself. He's a lesser version of himself. Look at his scoring. Look at his shooting numbers. Everything goes down in the postseason for James Harden. When the great players raise their numbers or at least stay the same, James Harden goes down, and that's been the big problem for James Harden when it matters most. He's never there. He's not James Harden from the regular season in the postseason. So in 2018, the man wins an MVP award that we know he fraudulently got from manipulating the rules and drawing all these fouls and doing 4-3-4 step back threes, flailing all over the court, not playing a lick of defense, not having any leadership. He was able to win an MVP in 2018, but when the postseason came around and his team was up 3-2 in the Western Conference Finals, James Harden was not there. Right? He was not there. And what do they say? Oh, Chris Paul got hurt. No one wants to hear any excuses. James Harden's the MVP. He literally won an MVP that season. So where was the same game in the postseason? It wasn't there. Look at all of his numbers across the board. Look at his shooting numbers. The man could not make a shot. I believe for the postseason in 2018, I believe James Harden shot 29% from three-point range, I want to say. For the entire postseason, not just the conference finals, the man shot 29% from three-point range in the entire postseason run. I believe it was the same thing in 2019. I believe he shot 28% from three-point range during the entire postseason run. So once again, this highlighting that James Harden is a lesser version of himself. So this shooting, all these three-point shots that he's made, has really only come because he's taken a lot of threes. He's literally number 2 in three-point attempts. So he's number 2 on the list in three-point makes, which coincides with number 2 on the list in three-point attempts. I'm not impressed. Once again, this man shoots 36% for his career from the three-point line. You guys know where that ranks all time? Do you guys know where James Harden ranks all-time three-point percentage? Not even in the top 250, guys. Not even in the top 250 players in NBA's history. That's just a regular season that James Harden is not even in the top 250, guys. Ray Allen shoots 40% from the regular season, but here's the kicker, guys. In the postseason, you know Ray Allen shoots? 40% in the postseason. So the man literally remains the same, even though the level of competition goes up in the postseason, even though the pressure goes up in the postseason. Ray Allen's three-point percentage, his ability to make shots, remain the same across. From the regular season to the postseason, 40%. As a matter of fact, I believe it's 401 for the postseason. So this shows in the highlights that when it mattered most, Ray Allen did not drop down. He remained the same. He still shined through. He was still able to make shots consistently in the same level he was during the regular season. This is Ray Allen. Ray Allen was also able to evolve his game. If you guys see, a lot of people think about Ray Allen. And when I say that Ray Allen's a greater shooting guard than James Harden, in my opinion, when I say that, I'll never put James Harden above a Ray Allen. People think that Ray Allen was just a spot-up three-point shooter. Because of the last couple years of his career, Ray Allen became a 3-and-D guy. He transformed himself. He was able to adjust and mold his game. He was able to adapt his game to become a 3-and-D guy as he got older and lost some of that first step. Ray Allen, man, the first, 10 years of his career, so this man would take it to the hole on you and finish on you. The man was in a slam dunk contest. James Harden's not going into a slam dunk contest. The man could barely jump over a sheet of paper. James Harden is not that great of an athlete, but he's able to manipulate the rules in this era, which makes him appear to be greater and more skilled than he really is. To me, Ray Allen was the much superior overall basketball player. Was James Harden maybe a better playmaker than Ray Allen? Yeah, absolutely. I'll give James Harden the playmaking aspect to their games. But the ability of Ray Allen to knock down shots, not just spotting up, but off the dribble, just like a James Harden. And Ray Allen did not need to carry the ball all over the place and manipulate and travel all over the court to take these shots. Ray Allen could break you down to dribble. He could knock down mid-range shots. He could knock down the three-point shot. He could create on his own. He was a better leader than a James Harden. And once again, when we talk about the postseason numbers of a Ray Allen versus a James Harden, it was Ray Allen, in fact, that hit one of the clutchest shots in NBA's finals history, guys, when he knocked that three down against the Spurs. Not only did he knock that shot down with seconds on the clock, with his team down by 3, so the pressure was there, but the man was backpedaling to the three-point line, which lets you know his skills. He's able to hit the shot doing that, but also his IQ, which seems to me much greater than James Harden. So James Harden is a stupid player out there in the basketball court. We all get that. He's not that intelligent out there. James Harden doesn't give the effort like a Ray Allen. He doesn't have the overall game of Ray Allen. And once again, he did not mold his game like a Ray Allen did. So when we talk about James Harden passing Ray Allen on the all-time three-point list, and we talk about how many games that James Harden has played, how many three-pointers he's taken more than Ray Allen, let's also think about the other things that Ray Allen did on the court that James Harden refused to ever do. Ray Allen took a back seat and took a lesser of a role to play on teams like the Boston Celtics, to play on teams like the Miami Heat, and help teams win a championship. Help them win a championship by playing a role and executing that role to a T. Ray Allen was a very key member for both of those championship teams. He earned those championship rings. He was a contributor. But when we think about Ray Allen on those teams, the Boston Celtics and then on the Miami Heat, I told you Ray Allen molded his game to become a 3-and-D guy. Look at the defense that Ray Allen is playing against Kobe Bryant. Excuse me. In the 2009 NBA Finals, right? It's pretty impressive what he was able to do that season in the NBA Finals against Kobe Bryant for the Boston Celtics. And they were able to win that championship. 2008 NBA Finals that the Celtics won. Ray Allen was a very integral part of the Boston Celtics defense. When we talk about the Boston Celtics defense and people talk about Kevin Garnett, rightfully so, he was the anchor of that D. He brought that level of intensity. He was actually Defensive Player of the Year award at a very kind of like an old age in 2008, Kevin Garnett. But it was also Ray Allen that was able to be that perimeter defender. Right, he took a backseat to a Paul Pierce, right, and played as a 3-D guy, and he did it very good. So when you have guys like Ray Allen playing defense, you have a Rajon Rondo out there, you have a Kevin Garnett, and you have some other big bodies down low, like a Kendrick Perkins and some of these other guys. The Celtics became a very formidable team on defense, but it was Ray Allen that was able to mold and adjust his game. James Harden can't sniff that. James Harden could never mold and adjust his game to become a 3-and-D guy. So once again, we talk about James Harden chucking up all these shots. I'm not impressed with James Harden passing Ray Allen. I'm not impressed with any of these guys passing anybody up on these three-point lists. Three-point, to me, is a gimmick now. You know, and once again, some of the things that James Harden said don't add up. James Harden is talking in the article that I read about, yeah, it goes to a testament to my hard work and, you know, all the stuff that I put in. Your hard work. Now, listen, no one's saying that these guys don't work hard, but when you talk about the hard work you put in, you're not putting in the hard work like you should, right? You're not putting as much work in as you should. Where's the defense from James Harden? Where's the effort in other areas of the game? The man still turns the ball over at a high level, never comes in shape, it seems, doesn't really seem to have that love of the game or give the effort. I mean, James Harden's a clown. He don't love the game, but he's talking about the work he put in and what it did for his. And then he's talking about, yeah, I'll never catch Steph Curry. And he's talking about I'll never catch him in three-pointers. Dude, you should be worried about catching Steph Curry in rings. Isn't that what you should be playing for? You're talking about, yeah, I'll never catch Steph Curry. I don't think anyone's going to catch Steph Curry. You should be worried about catching Steph Curry in wins, in rings. You should be trying to get one. That's what you should be worried about catching Steph Curry in. Catching Steph Curry in those kinds of things, not three-point makes. Who cares how many three-point shots you made in this era of three-point chucking? It's not impressive. If James Harden was a three-point king in the 80s and 90s, maybe it would have been a lot more impressive. But when you're chucking up all these shots, you shoot 36% in this era when no one plays defense like that, and they're letting you give all these chuckable shots, I'm not impressed. And once again, when it matters most, where is that three-point prowess for James Harden? When we talk about the great three-point shooters, I don't think about James Harden as a great three-point shooter. You guys think about James Harden as a great three-point shooter. When you think about the great shooters, regardless of the line, the great shooters, do you think James Harden's up there? I would never pick James Harden to shoot anything. I don't give a damn about James Harden and how many three-pointers he's made. This man's not a great three-point shooter. He's a three-point chucker. That's what he does. He chucks up shots. You're going to make some. 36% from the regular season, 34% in the postseason doesn't show me in this era that you're a three-point shooter, that you can shoot the ball well. Once again, if I need a shot at the end of a game, James Harden's nowhere on that list of top 50 players I'm picking, man. No way. So the three-point mace that he has, not impressive at all. And this guy talking about the hard work that he put in, and, he wants to inspire the kids to, what? You want to inspire people? Dude, inspire people by going out there and giving effort. Stop being a goofball and start requesting trades and turn your back on franchises. Going to the strip club all the damn time like a clown. Play some defense. This guy said before this year he's in the best shape he's been in his life. That's not saying much. You're never in shape. We're not impressed with that. James Harden, I am the system. James, I am the system, Harden. What system are you leading? A system of mediocrity. That's what James Harden is celebrating. He's celebrating himself for mediocrity. This guy's accomplished nothing in his career but won what? An MVP trophy, a frozen MVP trophy? No one respects that MVP trophy. Once again, like I've always said, James Harden ain't sniffing an MVP in any other era but this week era. He wins an MVP trophy in the 2010s. It's an absolute joke, man. I want you guys to think about something. Kevin Durant and James Harden have the same amount of MVP trophies in the same era. In the same era. We're not talking about other eras, guys who didn't win MVP trophies or guys who only won one in other eras going against greater players. Kevin Durant and James Harden have one MVP trophy in this week era. They have the same amount of MVP trophies as Russell Westbrook, the guy that everyone craps on and says was not good. Kevin Durant couldn't win with Russell Westbrook. So Kevin Durant couldn't win a championship with an MVP caliber player. He wasn't good enough. You see how the hypocrisy and see how weak and fraudulent this era is? And I'm not impressed with James Harden. You guys know the deal on this channel, man. James Harden's too busy chasing these numbers, trying to catch Steph Curry in three-point makes. You should be trying to catch Steph Curry's rings. But you'll never be there. Because you're never that dude, man. And your whole career is fraudulent. You've never worked and put the work in that you should have been putting in. You're not a teammate. You're not a real teammate. You're not a real leader. You never galvanize the people around you. And look at you, man. You're out here just collecting these stats. Don't no one care. I am the system. Let me know when this guy, his system leads him to a championship. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.